radio how it's supposed to be heard. It's the Baka Boyz show.
What's going on? This is Drip.
Every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest in the studio.
Oh, yes, we do. We've been talking to him off the air about his cell phone game. Here we go. What's up for you? Come on. Well, it's the Baka, baby. It's the Baka Boyz. Everywhere. It's the Baka Boyz. And we got a special guest for you. His name is Noel G. Noel G. Also known as Hector. Everybody knows him by that name. Bro, let's start off with that question. How many roles, how many movies have you been in as Hector?
I can't even tell you, man, to be straight up. I have no clue now. Like, I lost count after like the 10th one.
You don't even ask your name when you're
I was like, I'm going to let it go. I changed my name on the ID, on my social security, like credit cards. Like, I'm starting to believe my real name's Hector. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
I'd be in a mall, someone says Hector. I'm like, what's up? Where you at, dog? Like,
What is your most recognized role that everybody recognizes you from? Because you've been in so many damn movies.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of weird, you know. It's kind of off and on. Sometimes I get recognized mostly for Training Day, Fast and the Furious, Bruce Almighty, The Walking Dead. Like, I can't really answer one and like pinpoint it.
Yeah.
There's like everyone recognizes me for something different. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So whatever their favorite show is, whatever their favorite deal is, like that's the one. They're like, hey. So I trip out. I got a lot of different races that come up to me. So it's not like only the Latinos, like the Asian cats from Fresh Off the Boat.
Oh yeah,
So it's kind of mixed.
Well, you play a different role on Fresh Off the Boat, though.
Yeah. I play a chef. I can't even microwave food, so I don't know how the hell I got that role, but
right?
whatever. That's like I'm doing some real acting up in that show.
Yeah.
You feel me? So,
where are you originally from?
Originally from LA, Gardena. That's where I kind of born and raised, and now just chilling.
I seen you at the San Bernardino healing event. Did you attend that?
The San Bernardino healing event?
Yeah, when the shooting went on.
Oh yeah.
And you were out there showing
we
some
went out there.
love.
That's right.
Yeah,
We did an event out there, and the church called me up on that one, so I came out there to share my story, talk, say what. You were there?
Yeah, I actually interviewed
Were you there?
you.
Were you there when the homeboy got up on stage and I was in the middle of talking?
No.
You weren't there for that?
No, I wasn't there for
man.
that.
All right, that's another story another day. All right.
But no, I was there and people were like, "Oh, that's Noel from Fast and Furious," and I was like,
okay.
"Oh yeah, sweet." Like, and I was just interviewing people about the shooting and everything.
Right. Oh, that's what's up. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
but you
so this
had
is our second go round right now.
Yeah, but that was when I was like, I think I want to do radio or journalism, and so
Gotcha.
you and John B were my first ones.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Okay.
but you had a
So we got
head.
history together.
Yeah,
we go
history.
back. You know what I'm saying? We go back. She was with me when I got the BlackBerry. Just so you guys know.
You guys de-virginized her.
You took her virginity.
Someone had to pop the cherry, bro. Someone had to pop the cherry.
Hey, tell her it wasn't you. It was Hector, fool.
I know, that's right. Man. I'm going to play my acting homeboy. You know what I mean? That's right.
We got Noel G in the studio with the Baka Boyz. Over 180 roles, man. You've been doing this since the 90s, bro.
Since TV was black and white, bro.
Okay.
Like, I did some stuff with Alfred Hitchcock. Bro,
Hey, I'm saying, but you haven't aged a bit, man. You don't
I
seem like
moisturize.
lots
You
of
got to
moisturization.
exfoliate. You know what I'm saying?
You sure?
That's what's
Are
up,
you
yeah.
sure you're not part of like Scientology or some kind of Illuminati stuff?
You read my personal shit.
I'm just saying.
Like, damn, dog. You went up in the personal files, dog. You got
Gotta make
deep.
sure,
Right.
because these people they drink children's blood and stuff like that to keep themselves young, and you know what I mean.
No, I drink adult blood, man. It puts a little hair on your chest. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, they got choices, bro. There's a menu.
That's
if you
true.
look at the Illuminati shit, they got a menu, bro.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man.
They flavor it up. They know what's up.
That's right, man. Let's talk about your production company. This whole production company you got going on.
Started your own joint, man. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it kind of started like you guys up in a garage right here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm playing.
No doubt.
Nah, but got this production company called Entangled Entertainment. Long story short, man, we're just making like inspirational movies with encouraging messages. Now, this is just an opinion. Everybody got them. Different people, different personalities. But I think a movie that impacts your life as opposed to just entertaining you and entertaining you only, I just think a movie that impacts your life and like renews your way of thinking and changes your heart, changes kind of your direction, kind of give the hopeless hope. I think that's a movie that would be more talked about and more like, man, you got to go watch that film.
It's a connection.
It changed my heart, you know what I mean? And it changed my deal. So yeah, it's a connection. And, so that's kind of what we're on the path of.
That's dope.
Making movies like that.
That's dope. So you're looking for
my first one was Ditch Party. It's a movie about high school shootings based on true events. It's available right now on Amazon Prime, Fandango, iTunes, and YouTube or whatever, Tubi TV.
Yeah.
And long story short, man, it's a story about, a high school shooting that took place. So it's a movie against bullying. So, I think it got a strong message, and, who knows, might save your life or someone you love's life, a teenager's life. Good movie to check out,
Yeah. I know you said you're kind of old school, dude. You got a BlackBerry still. For those people out there wondering what a BlackBerry is, can you explain to them what it is?
Yeah. So we're going to go way back to the 80s now. We're going to take you back in the future. But no, the BlackBerry is kind of funny. So I just can't let go of that bad boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when the iPhone first came out, real story, I got the iPhone right away. Long story short, I had a headache with that thing, bro. I couldn't figure the damn thing out. Yeah, it was too much, bro. I went back to the Sprint store and I said, "You still got my BlackBerry?" He's like, "Yeah, we still got it." I said, "Thank God, man." I said, "Give me that sucker back, bro." And ever since then,
you've been rolling with the BlackBerry.
I got an iPhone 2, but I use my BlackBerry 85% of the time and my iPhone 15% of the time.
Oh, so iPhone for porn and other stuff.
Exactly, dog. This guy went through all my personal shit, bro.
The screen, bro.
You went through the files. I had a code on there, iCode, fingerprints. You got through?
I got it through, bro.
Damn, dog.
You could be hacked, man.
I don't know how the hell you did that, man. I got to get new security, tighten it up.
All right, question, Noel. How do we get more Latinos in the film industry and television industry? How do we encourage people to take that step, take that chance, take that opportunity? What do we need?
Yeah, we need more Latino breaking films, man. You know what I'm saying? And as sad as it is to say, and me being a Latino myself, it's just straight up, straight out. Like, a lot of all Latino casted movies have not done well in theaters.
Yeah.
And so, when they're in Friday and out by Sunday, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And box office only knows numbers.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
If it doesn't work, got to go. Got to make room for another movie.
Pretty much. And, it's kind of...
So storytelling, it's got to start with the story. It's got to start with the foundation.
It's got to start with the foundation. A good ass movie that's, all Latino casted where we pull some weight. And it's kind of funny, like, when you talk about white movie stars, you can name off 50 of them. You talk about black movie stars, you can name off 50 of them. When it comes to Latinos, it's like 10 or less.
Yeah.
So, where we at on the map?
Hector,
I'll pay you after the interview, bro. Don't try to keep on going. I'll pump it up.
But I'm saying, like, so those 10 actors, how many film roles or how many movies can those same 10 actors be in over and over and over without you have to change the...
Well, I mean, if we have a brand, like a Tom Hanks or something like that, we get one of those Latino actors that's on the map that has a record of doing a great movie after a great movie and so on and so on.
So we had Antonio Banderas, so we've had him, and we've had J-Lo, we've had some super mega stars in the Latino roles. I mean, there's got to be more. Salma Hayek.
Eva Longoria.
Yeah. I don't even know if Salma Hayek's Mexican, though. Is she?
She's Mexican.
Is she? Oh, you did the research on that?
Well, she said she cooked me tacos.
I heard some teeter-totter, so I wasn't sure. But all right.
The tacos
this guy would know. He knows all the He knows how to get through security.
I just barely woke up, bro.
Hey, that's you and me both, bro.
Yeah, for real. Dog. We have Noel G in the studios, the Baka Boyz. Thank you for tuning on in. Of course, you can watch us live on Twitch and right now Facebook as well. You got any more questions, Nick V?
Yeah, I
got another one coming up in a couple minutes.
I do. So you work with some pretty big actors. What are some of those nuggets of knowledge that you might be able to get from some of those actors that you work with?
There's... I always say something like, it's kind of funny, like there's no better teacher than experience.
Yeah.
So being able to be on the set and be in the middle of the action, just by watching them, that's the knowledge that I pick up right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I was doing like Training Day, for example, to see the way that Denzel would prepare for his character, when I just did this movie with Clint Eastwood, The Mule, that was just in theaters, man, just to see the way that he prepared, for his roles and the way he ran his program. Just being there in the middle of the action, like I said, like there's no better knowledge than that, So
like somebody like Clint, he's not only acting, but he's also directing.
Right.
So that's even double, like all the knowledge you're soaking up on that point.
It's like college class for free. You know what I'm saying? Like it's insane,
can't pay for
bro.
that,
Like you can't pay for that, man. That's just right there in your face action. And if you're not watching and learning and you're messing out on that, then I don't know if that's such a good idea, but yeah.
Okay, so you got a gang of roles. There's got to be other Mexicans, Latinos out there. They're trying to get some roles as well, but you must have a great agent. You have a great look. You have the look that everybody wants. Would you call it stereotypical Mexican look? Is that what's going on here? Or is it your skill set? Or all of the above here?
I don't know, man. I say, it's really skill when I got to play a doctor or something like that. You know what I mean? But when you're playing Cholo 1, Trigger, Hector, it's like, come on, now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, damn, I'm getting paid to be me. You feel me? So it's like... But I am taking on some challenging roles now and trying to break out of that mold, and I'm doing some different stuff. So I got some stuff that's popping off that's going to make some noise soon. And that's, again, why we started the production company. Because the way I see it is if no one's going to put the dream in your lap, you put your own. You got to do it yourself.
You have to do it yourself, for real.
Put your own damn dream in your lap, you know what I mean? So
you got to bet on yourself. You got to bet on yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now you were talking about movies and Latinos and all that stuff like that. Let's talk about this superhero movie you got coming out, El Chicano.
Yeah, it's going to be a dope one right there, you know. And that's an all Latino casted film right there. So that's going to make some noise. It's coming out to theaters May 3rd. My boy Ben Bray wrote and directed it, man. He's been in the game for a long time. He's from LA himself. You know, I have a feeling that movie is going to make some serious noise. It's the first all-Latino casted superhero movie, so it's like watching the Mexican Batman.
Yeah.
That don't get any. And we got Joe Carnahan behind that. You know, he's a white boy, and that's a beautiful thing. Because when you got white people behind you, you see what I'm saying? I brought a white boy here.
Yeah.
They got good credit. They know what's up. Like, you know, who's mad? You know what I mean? So he's pushing it, man, and making some noise. So it's good stuff, man. So I think that one's gonna, you know, make a mark.
What's the premise of the movie?
I don't want to give
too much about.
I don't want to give too much away, but I pretty much said it already, which is like it's a Mexican Batman. So if you could just think of it you could think of it kind of on that level, you know, birthing a Latino superhero, you know, and it's not like he smokes weed and now he has superpowers, right? It's like, you know, it's like legit. So it's kind of.
I know where they sell that. It's called Angel Dust.
I thought you sell it here, bro. I saw the whole way outside. I was like, he was like, "Come outside. There's some stuff we can't say on camera. Too many mics and stuff."
No, in your production company, that's for producing the films and producing the television stuff. But what about an agency? What about somebody, you know, is there
that's representing
to represent some actors, some talent, some producers?
There's hundreds of agencies out there. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can go to the Samuel French. They can get that book, The Agencies, and they have over like 150 agencies that are all located in LA.
How'd you get your first agent though?
Oh man, that's a long story. You want that one?
All right.
I'll give you the short version.
Yeah, give us the short version.
I'll give you the commercial version.
Okay.
So I was in this acting class, and long story short, I was taking this acting class for like 8 months.
Okay.
And I started noticing that I was becoming a professional student, not a working actor. And so I told the acting teacher, I said, check this out. Here's what's up. I said, I can't keep on coming to this class, man, if I got to keep on forking out bread. Like, I need to make money to keep on paying you to take a damn class. You know what I mean? So I said, you got to tell me what's up. And I never forget this, as God is my witness. He said, meet me after class. So he pulls out this agency book, which they still sell today. And on the agency book, it shows you all the agencies that are listed in LA, whatever. 90% of the agencies had underneath the agency itself, it had absolutely, because this was back before social media and Facebook and Instagram and all that. This was back in the days when you like manually had to do it, right? But in big black bold print, it said, absolutely no phone calls or personal deliveries. And my acting teacher said, he goes, you know what that's really saying? All that's saying is that if you don't think you're good enough, don't walk in their office. So what I did is I got the agency book. I marked down all the same agencies from lowest address to highest address. And I just walked up in their office. I said, what's up, man? My name's Noel G. I'm looking for an agent. I want to be sent out on some movies, some television shows. I had some of them say, get the hell up out of here. We don't operate like that. I've had others that said, you know what, man? We like your courage. We like your boldness. Let me see what I can do for you. And I started getting agents, I started getting auditions, I started booking jobs, and before you know it, I had students in the classroom asking me, how the hell are you on TV? And I'm still taking a class, you feel me? And I was like, yeah, you gotta use some street tactics every now and then, you know what I mean? Like,
took it upon yourself.
Yeah, you gotta charge, you know what I mean? And so that's stuff that I learned to do. Like, I got crazy stories, you know what I mean? Like, I stuck into the Academy Awards one day, like, and I got pictures, I got proof of that. Like, I used to jump the wall of like Warner Brothers and get in without, like, I did all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, we could be here for days.
Yo, this is a true testament, ladies and gentlemen. You can't hold a Mexican down, not in a wall, not a damn. For real.
We'll go underneath, bro. You can't stop passion, is what it is, bro.
I'm saying that's, same story. Me and Eric have been doing the damn thing for so long, and it's like, okay, they don't want us here, they don't want us there, so you got to create your own thing.
Exactly.
I mean, I told you.
And I second that right there.
I told you when I interviewed you, I'm from Move Your Media, and you're like, oh, hi. Yeah, and I do. It was made up.
Oh, okay, that's what's
I made my own production
All
company.
right, so you fooled me.
I fooled you.
I ain't mad at you though.
I had the camera there and everything.
I ain't mad. Hey, you look legit. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. If you came off legit, then you're good to go.
That company no longer
I ain't
exists, by
mad
the way.
And you with the right team right here.
I know. So.
Bunch of liars.
And you guys gotta know the Baka Boyz in the house, man. These
What's
are
up, man?
legends right here. Legends right
Man,
here.
you ain't know nothing about the Baka Boyz.
Oh,
Stop
shut
lying.
the hell
Tell me
up.
something. You know how to do a roll call? You don't know how to do a roll call.
Oh, damn, man. Now you tested me,
See,
bro.
come on now. I'm saying, if you got
Okay,
a number
you guys-
two, if you come in here with a number 2 pencil, you better be ready to get tested.
Okay, no, I ain't mad at you. That's good. That's what's up, man. But I know you guys are legends, bro.
Nah,
You were on
just
Power
forget it.
106 back in the game, bro. Like I know what's up, man.
No,
And
for
I know-
sure, bro.
I got it. But go ahead.
Let's talk.
No, we appreciate you, man, for real.
No, it's love, man.
This is our
It's
first
love.
interview with you, and you know the energy's great, and the knowledge you're dropping, and all that stuff like that. A couple of questions from the Twitch mob. Obviously, you work with Denzel Washington, you work with Vin Diesel of Fast and Furious, all that stuff. How was it like working with somebody like Jim Carrey?
That guy's a nut, bro. Straight up, man. That guy's a
Right?
nut. I'll give you one short story with him. So it was funny when we did the scene where we beat him up, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we come up to him, right, and we're like talking and stuff, and we're like, all right, what are we gonna do? So we didn't want to hurt him because it's Jim Carrey.
Yeah, of course.
So we come in kind of delicate, you know. We beat him up soft, right?
Right.
So after the scene, he comes up to all of us and he says, "Come on, guys, come on, man." He's like, "Do it how you would do it in the streets, like do it for real." So he greenlit that shit. You feel me?
he got
So we're like, all
greenlight.
right. So we went in full force. And next thing you know, after that scene, he comes back and he goes, all right, do it the first way. So that's real talk, man. So
Oh man,
I thought that was kind of funny.
yeah, the monkey in the ass scene. That's what it was.
Don't get personal, bro. Don't get personal, dog.
Hey, we got a question about somebody from Twitch Mom wants to ask you about the Dodgers. Are you a Dodgers fan?
Warriors
Dodger, Lakers, and Raiders, man. Those are my teams.
all
right
day,
Ooh,
huh?
die hard.
Yeah. And I'm still Raiders, even though they went to Vegas. I'm still Raiders all day long.
Are you going to be going to the games in Vegas?
Oh, mandatory. Not all of them, but I'll go to as many as I can, of course, whatever. And of course, also, because now they're closer. And Vegas, you got the gambling and everything else.
all
on
kinds
top
of this stuff going on there.
Exactly, you know what I mean? So...
Do you own an Atari or video game system?
You know what's funny? When I sold my Atari, I had like 60 games in a shoebox, right? Back in the days. I sell my Atari, and I find out like 2 weeks later, I could have got more money for it than what I sold it for because it was an antique. And I pulled one of them moves, and I was like, damn, man. I did the same thing with my Garbage Pail Kids. I sold those. I had all the series, whatever. And next thing I know, I was like, what? I could have got paid this much instead of how much I collected. It was like retarded stuff. So, I mean, lessons learned, right?
Learned the hard way. We'll be back with more Noel G in the studio.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite new rapper, Blueface. Here he is. The beautiful LMA right there. She's tripping. It's 4 past the hour. We have superstar Latino Mexicano, the one and only Noel G in La Casa with us hanging out, just talking behind the scenes. Thanks for coming through here this morning, man. It's a pleasure to finally meet you after all these years. Been watching you and seeing you in films, and now we get a chance to actually meet the guy that is responsible, because you're inspiring for a lot of folks out there, man. People want to be in your position. They want to, kind of follow your footsteps. So people wanted to know in here, were you ever in a gang? Did you ever sell drugs? Did you ever sell drugs back in the day? And there goes VIP, P-Funk.
I got it.
So you can answer those, or you don't have to as well. Let me see here. They want to know if you know how to do what kind of dances you know how to do.
I can't even slow dance, man. So I'm not much of a dancer at all. You know what I'm saying? So I got no moves on the dance floor. And it's funny, too, because my mom's a salsa dance teacher, and I never ever took her classes, learned with her, nothing. So I was just like, yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy, right?
She still teaches?
No, not anymore. She's older now, and yeah, she's sick. So all right.
What about music? They all want to know what type of music you're into.
Yeah, like I was telling you, man,
Hip-hop.
I'm still into Tupac. You know what I mean? I can't let that guy go, man. I'm just like, damn, man. Like, I think the whole game would be different if he was still alive today. It would be a whole another circuit. You know what I mean? So, the music, I'm just kind of like, hip hop. If I'm with the girl, R&B, whatever, but not too much deep into.
You hear
it,
that, Eric V? With the girl, R&B music.
Yeah, of course, man.
There's a little hint.
I'm gonna play no crazy hip hop stuff.
Set the mood. You know what I'm saying? But
What about oldies?
Any oldies?
yeah, some oldies, man. I like I don't know. I mean, it just, all the old school stuff like Zapp and Roger. And I love that stuff. Computer love. I used to play that in my car.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, wait a minute. Did you break dance ever?
No, I never broke dance, man. And I can never get down and do any of that stuff, man.
Rapping, graffiti?
I rap a little bit, but I never took it like serious, but just messing around with the homies, that type of deal.
What was your MC name? What was your MC name?
No, I didn't have one. I just,
you can't rap and not have an MC name, bro.
It should be MC Heck, right? But I never had like really an MC name or like that.
Okay.
I just freestyle with the homies and act a fool, like that type of rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. Speaking of acting fool, what do you do for fun? What do you like to do when you actually have some time to yourself? What do you like to do for fun?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I changed a lot. Now it's like a whole different world. Like when I was back in the days, I did bang, I used to sell. I did 4 years in prison, man. I was facing 15 years for some BS bullshit. Been there, done that, but you grow up, you grow wise and, whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm like, if you're still banging at 40 or 50, like you got a problem.
Well, hold on. They're lucky to be alive if they're still banging at 40 and 50, right?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but if you're still
you did the
doing
Matrix on the bullets.
Or not in jail, yeah.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I'm just making the point, like if you still have that mentality at that age, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? So my younger days, I used to, mess around for real and get down or whatever. But as I grew older, I think kind of acting saved me in a sense, you know what I mean?
Totally.
But it also caused another problem, it kind of amplified things also as well, because once you got the money and then people recognize your face from television, they just want to do favors for you, and now it's easier to get in the club. It's easier to get the hookups. It's easier to get this, that, and the other, and kind of amplified it on a whole nother level. So my life was kind of funny up until 2008, and then
Speaking of your acting roles, did you ever have to play back-to-back roles? Like you had to, be one character and then get into character and then be another?
It was always easy to get into character because, like I said, I was always playing Gangster 1, Trigger, Hector, whatever, stuff like that. So it was like I'm always the street cat, you know what I'm saying? So every movie I've ever done has been ad-libbed, and it's pretty much been me in real life, to keep it 100. So it's like, that's why I'm breaking the mold now with the company, Entangled Entertainment, doing movies where, like I said, we break our own mold. We give ourselves our own opportunity to make it happen. You know what I mean?
You don't need to wait for anybody to say, yeah, you guys are good. You could do this. I've been telling this to my brother for many, many years. Like, guys, let's stop looking for outside people to say we're dope enough to be dope. We don't have to. We are dope. We walk this way. This is how we are. This is who we are. This is what we do. So we don't need anybody to crown us. We are already the kings. You know what I mean? Kings of our own future. But we have to take control over that.
I agree with that 100, and it's like something I was taught, and I take no credit for this, because we're taught, we learn, and then whatever we learn, we, use it and pass on, right? But, something that Richard Montanez said, he's the one who created Hot Flaming Cheetos. Yeah. And he made a very good point, and this is his quote, and I quote, he said, it's okay to stand out. Sometimes you're not meant to fit in. So you have to stand out, you know what I mean? So be your own character, be your own self, and
nobody can be you.
Nobody can be you, exactly. You know what I mean? It's like be a leader instead of a follower, that type of thing, So
this is a tough question, I think. Let me know what you think.
Go ahead.
Because of the fact that you have had the role identities, everybody recognizes you as the Mexican, the thug, in a lot of these movies and roles, what have you. Are you gonna be turning those down at any point in time? Is like you gotta work.
Right now it's putting food on the table.
No, but I understand that.
But that's why again I got the company to try to break that mold. So once that happens, it's gonna start going to. But right now, like I got my hair grown and I got my mustache like this kind of. It's a little different because I'm doing a role in a movie where I have to change up my look, and that was actually requested by the film. Yeah. So it's starting to happen slowly. But, it was kind of funny, though. I don't know if you guys had this, but, like, back in the days, everyone was telling me not to do the gangster roles. They were like, don't do it. And I was kind of funny. I was like, what? And I did it. But now some of the same people that told me not to do it, that were in the industry, and you know how it is. Like, some of the people before they got started in radio, when they were trying to get started. Oh, yeah. And now you recognize them, and they were telling, don't do this, don't do that. It's out of the realm. And then it's funny because you fast forward, all of a sudden later in the future, now they're 40 years old, and they're putting on fake tattoos, and they're going out for gangster roles that they told me not to do.
Because they
and I just laugh. I'm like, damn, dog. Like, didn't you tell me you were so go against it.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to catch up to me. Imagine if I would have listened to you. I was like, nah, man. Like, I'll do me, you do you, and it'll be what it is, you know?
So you're a leader, man. You know that, right? You're a leader in the community. So thank you very much. We're proud of you, and keep on doing what you're doing, and keep on giving opportunities to other young Latinos out there that, you know, didn't have, like you didn't have that when you were younger, you know?
Oh, I'm doing that right now, man. I'm doing that right now. I got this thing that I'm doing now where I'm doing acting classes.
Nice.
And so I'm doing private coaching. And
nice.
so
Nice.
I'm teaching people how to get in the game, how to make it in the game. And I always ask kind of like a trick question. My trick question is, do you want to be a working actor or do you want to learn how to act? If you want to learn how to act, hey, I can teach you how to act all day long. That don't mean you're going to be a working actor, though. You feel me? And you'd be amazed at how many people sometimes tell me straight up, they go, I just want to learn how to act. You want to learn how to act?
That's
okay,
right.
pay me some money. I'll teach you how to act for 5 hours, how to be this, that, or with the other. And I just teach the knowledge that I learned on sets from experienced actors that I've worked with. You feel me? So
Right.
I just kind of drop what I've seen with my own eyes. It's like I got a friend of mine writing a book right now, and the title of his book is You Don't Need Film School to Make a Film. So all these kids, and not saying don't go to college. I've been to college once. I had to drop somebody off. But
Yeah, me too.
I'm just saying, like, all these kids who go to college, this guy's talking about he learned more by being a craft service person, a wardrobe guy, a PA on set. And while these kids are graduating college, not only was he getting paid, having a job, but now he's already making his own film by the relationships he developed.
Yeah, and the experience and networking.
Exactly. And so now it's like, you know, so the title of his book, once again, is You Don't Need Film School to Make a Film. And so my point is, I'm doing acting classes now. And so I'm just dropping knowledge and teaching some of these young cats, like, I'm going to teach you how to be a working actor, how to start making things happen for yourself. Because again, there's no better experience, there's no better knowledge than experience. And so I teach them how to get in the game, start getting television shows, movies, and all that, and, you know, get it moving.
Definitely. It's the Baka Boyz Show, 13 after the hour. We have Noel G in the studio. Tell us about Psycho's Path.
Oh, yeah. Psycho. So that's my second movie that we produced. Psycho's Path is a horror film. Stars my boy Rampage Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, UFC fighter right there. It's my homeboy, my people right there, my dog. We got even Todd Bridges in it from Different Strokes. What you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah,
Damn.
so he's up in the joint, you know what I mean? And we got some other people up in there. My boy Alfred Robles, really well known, best friend of Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias. So he's up in there too. And then long story short though, man, we made a horror film, and you know, that movie was kind of to give a lot of people an opportunity to, you know, be in a film and do something different, because I wanted to help out some personal friends and things like that.
Okay.
So I kind of made that film for another reason, to kind of help jumpstart some people in the career.
Gotcha.
Because I wanted to find a clever way, a strategic way of how to give back to some people who want to get in the business. And so a horror film is kind of the easiest joint to do that with, you know?
How's it feel to be able to do something like that without having to get somebody's approval?
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world now. You know, now because the game has changed so much, man,
Yeah.
with Netflix and Hulu and everything else we got out there.
All the platforms.
It's crazy. Yeah, you just create your own damn platform, and you create your own audience, and you roll with it, and it is what it is, you know? And just because someone is in someone else's audience doesn't mean that they won't be in your audience also.
Absolutely.
You know, so I just tell people, man, like, whatever it is you got, make your dream a reality. You feel me? And don't dream a dream, make it a reality.
There it is. Right
And
there.
so,
man.
yeah, do your own thing. But Psycho's Path, that's going to be my second movie by Entangled Entertainment. And then I'll just say this one thing is our third movie, we're doing a Mexican version of Friday.
Oh, hey.
a Latino hood comedy. And that's probably where we're going to need
There we go. Hey, we're in there,
to
bro.
come in and be like, yo, dog, we
Let
need
us
some
know.
music. We need
Oh.
this. I will be like, Baka Boyz, I need your help.
Oh, yeah,
I
we
got
got
you on tape in the interview, said you know.
We got you, fool.
I
We
mean, I
got you, fool.
recorded.
All right, you hear this music right here in the background? You hear that music?
Yeah, some soft, like, you know, so, like, don't get romantic on me,
No,
bro.
it ain't gonna get
He
romantic.
did want love advice.
I'm like,
No,
I know,
it's
you
not
better
like
not
that.
light a scented
All right, so
candle,
this is a portion of the show that Nick V has created. It's called Mouth Love. You know what that is?
No, go ahead.
All right, Mouth Love is yoga for your mouth.
Okay. All right. I'm a game player. Whatever.
All right,
Let's
so
do it. What's
we've
up?
had people like Ice Cube. They've been in Mouth Love.
Okay.
We've had people like Exhibit. They've been in Mouth Love. You know what I mean? We have a lot of comedians and people that come in there.
It's the bait to suck me in.
We don't want to put no peer pressure on your fool, but
I'm
you know,
gonna
that's
go
what
back
we do.
and look and be like, ain't no Ice Cube doing this shit. Like, what the heck? Nah,
All right, so Nick V writes these positive affirmations, you know, things to empower you every day. So we're in Nick V's mouth love yoga class, basically.
Okay.
So we're gonna follow along. So Nick's gonna be our instructor, and he's gonna tell us what to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to breathe in deeply, please. Breathe out. Push it out. Breathe it back in. And push it out. These are things that you can take with you throughout your day. We're all always inundated with negativity, whether it's coming from music or television or just the news in general. There's always some negative stuff going on. So we'd like to bring some positivity to you and to your loved ones, the people that are around you every day. Just repeat after me, if you will. I am abundance.
I am abundance.
I am tolerant.
I am tolerant.
I am not a player. I just crush a lot.
I am not a player. I just crush a lot.
I am blessed.
I am blessed.
You, Noel G, are now a member of Mouth Love.
And
Okay, that's what's up.
a
I've been
member
initiated.
of the Baka Boyz show.
Do I get a badge or something? Or what?
Now you get a hat, bro.
all right.
You get a
What
hat right
about
there.
All right.
some deer tongue oil? Do we have that?
A sticker, a balloon. What's going on?
Any new projects you have? Any new actors that you're bringing up that you want to expose and put some stuff out there? You're more than welcome. Your family here.
Bring 'em here.
Anytime, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of love, man. I appreciate that. I'll be back tomorrow then.
Oh, we got somebody scheduled tomorrow, bro.
Okay, nah. So you gonna reschedule now? Dog. I'm in the house, bro.
Open,
Nah, I'm playing.
open door policy for you, brother. For real, when the movies are coming out, when you guys gonna be dropping your stuff, please bring them up here.
Yeah, it's been a blessing, man. We got El Chicano, man. So check that out. That's gonna drop in theaters May 3rd.
Okay.
Got this other movie, St. Judy, with Michelle. I can't even say her name really. But that's going to drop May 1st. So I'm going to have two movies in theater at the same time. So that's a blessing right there. And then I got a movie right now as we speak on-demand cable. So if you're at home, you can watch something already if you want called Sailboat with J.K. Simmons, Academy Award-winning actor right there. That's another legend right there. Yeah. That actually, you know what? Now that I brought that up, and I just even forgot, it just hit me now. That was kind of a different role. In that movie, I played a family man. Okay. I was a loving father to my kid. And the movie was about this kid who finds this magic guitar, and every time he sings on it, it just brings happiness and joy to people. So that's kind of like a little bit of a nugget of the movie. Jake Busey's up in there, so check that one out. That Elizabeth Arrazo. That's on-demand cable right now. You could peep that out. What else?
Would you ever play a romantic role?
I would. You know, I actually have an idea for a romantic comedy, something that was kind of in my real life, and I just kind of switched it up just a little bit. But yeah, I would do that, you know, because then I get to kiss girls, make out, you know, fun stuff. So I ain't mad at nobody.
Did you have a Valentine?
I had a couple.
Oh.
Nah. I'm just playing. I'm in trouble now. I'm playing.
Thanks again for coming through, Noel G. How can people follow you on all your social media platforms, please?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I just got one, man. So just so you guys know, I have a Facebook out there, but it's fake. It's not me. So we're just gonna clear that up right now.
All right.
But I only have one social media, and that's the reason why I got the iPhone. I got the iPhone because I feel like what we do, we kind of have to do it. Like
to be a part
straight
of it.
up, if I worked like a 9-to-5 job, I kid you not, I probably wouldn't even have social media because I just don't care.
Yeah.
But because of the industry we're in and what we do, I feel like it's kind of a necessity now. So I just do it for that. Whatever.
You mean you don't like trolling?
Huh?
You don't like putting stuff out there, trolling?
What's trolling? I don't know what that is. Like you lost it right there.
It's a millennial thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
You're good,
got
brother.
me.
You straight.
I know I look young. I'm up there in my 40s too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but the acting classes though, how do people get a hold of you for acting?
So the acting classes reach OC_flow. That's on Instagram right there, and he'll kind of lead you to me on how to get started. He kind of weeds out the serious from the unserious.
Okay.
So long story short, OC_flow. If you guys follow him right there, he'll teach you how to get in touch with me if you're interested in my acting classes. And I do private coaching, but never private. It's private coaching in public. And, but it's just a one-on-one session. And I teach you how to be a working actor, how to get in the game of commercials, television shows, movies, et cetera, et cetera. So you start seeing results happening. So you don't become a professional student. You become a working actor. Second, my Instagram is actor Noel G. That's actor Noel G. You can give me a follow right there. Shout out to you guys for bringing me out.
No doubt, man. Thank you for coming through, bro.
Like just having me and listening to all my bullshit.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
Yeah,
definitely, man.
So I thank you guys, man, a lot for bringing me out, man. That's a lot of love, man. A lot of respect. That's major love. So love back.
Word up.
And I don't know. I don't even know what else to say.
Well, thank you
Unless
for
you
being-
guys ask a question, I don't know.
No, thank you for being so inspiring to
dried
all
up.
the actors and actresses out there. Like, being authentic is just, it's most importantly when you're playing your roles and even presenting yourself out there. So you're an inspiration to me.
Oh, thank you
I
so
was a
much.
working actor once, so I have some questions for you after the show.
No, it's all good. And I'll answer them, and it's all love. And you get a free class, of course.
Thank you again, Noel G.
But I'll just end with this one last thing, and I'm done. I just like to say this one last thing. This is my little quote that I have. The only way you can fail in life is if you quit in life. So as long as you never quit, you'll never fail. It took me 8 years to get my first movie. So I always think about if I would have quit on that 7th year, where would I be today?
Right.
So it was no duck walk. It was not easy. It took me 8 years once again to get my first role in a movie. And you just got to grind. You got to tough it out. You got to go make your dream a reality. And that's why I say once again, you can never fail in life as long as you don't quit in life. So never quit, never give up, and make your dream happen.
Love that.
I seen somebody post something similar to that, saying basically overnight success takes over 7 years. So you got to keep going, keep moving.
There you go, man. And there's so many different things that are said that mean the same thing.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean? So
Definitely.
that's what's up. But,
Thank you for that.
And
Hey,
put God first in your life, and the rest will work itself
Shout out to your BlackBerry, bro. Shout out to your
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta flash it.
Thanks, buddy.
Radio how it's supposed to be heard. It's the Baka Boyz show.
What's going on? This is Drip.
Every day.